So welcome back to session number 3 of this career growth booster system, and we'll see now what are the current challenges in corporate career, or we'll say what are the current challenges in corporate overall, in corporate. So first one is India is in a growing stage. Obviously, this is not a challenge. This is good for us, right? This is good for our growth. But what is happening is, there are a lot of multinational companies or multinational investors out of India. They are trying to invest in Indian corporation now, and what they expect is immediate return on their investment. Okay, they are also doing investment in you by offering you that salary. Okay, so let me tell you, when I started my career in 2007, once I joined the organization, we I used to, or rather anyone used to get that soothing period, to understand the processes of the organization, to understand overall working of the organization, to understand the products, to understand the job profile in detail. So we used to usually have 3 to 6 months of that period. We used to call it honeymoon period. So initially, even if you are in sales or marketing, nobody will try to pressurize you for first 3 months. Or even if you are in other fields, nobody will give you direct projects. They'll make you part of the project, but they'll not give you any important assignments till that time. So once you get used to the working of the organization, the products and portfolio services, everything, then and then only you will be given those important tasks. But nowadays, what has happened, because have been a lot of institutional investments, as we say, DIIs and FIIs. So these investors want return on their investment on the immediate basis. So I still remember when, I think in 2014-15 or so, I was working with one of the companies. I joined that company, and the general manager immediately asked on the second day only. So, bhai, I was in sales at that time. So, bhai, kitna karega? So I was like, कितना करेगा मतलब सर अभी तो कल ही तो ज्वाइन किया है, right? So what are you asking me? I was like, I was stunned, क्या पूछ रहे हैं बस? So क्या पूछ रहे हैं sir, So he said, नहीं नहीं, you are already from the same industry, you already know the customers. What you have to do is you have to go meet and you have to go and meet the customers and convert those customers to our products and services. So I told him, sir, at least let me get the glimpse of the product portfolio services that we are on. No, 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 uh, you know take one product specialist, or BDM, as we used to say, business development manager, with you. Just meet them. You already know the person, you already know the people in the client organization. Go there, get the appointment, go there with the BDM, and he'll take care of everything. Just get the meeting and try to sell immediately. So that kind of a scenario was there, right? So that is what is expected from you now. And obviously, as if we talk about target structure, this is getting bitter and bitter nowadays. If the general, if for your position, for example, I'll be talking about sales, for example. Previously, last year, if you have done 1 CR, you'll be given 2 CR or 3 CR target this year. They'll say, no, no, we are growing, the company is growing, the industry is growing, so you'll be giving 30-50%, or at times 100 or 200% increased targets as well. And because of this, obviously you will be on your toes continuously, because you know that unless and until you achieve those targets, then and then only you will be getting the incentives. Nowadays, specifically for salespeople, they are having this variable component as well. So out of 100% salary, 80% would be fixed and 20% would be variable, right? So 20% variable you will be getting only when you will be achieving your targets. Are you understanding? If you don't achieve targets, bhul jao, 20% you will not be getting, right? And even a lot of cases, even marketing, I have seen the jobs in marketing. Even the sales numbers are linked to them as well. So there will be variables for them as well. Fortunately for back end people, as we say, finance or operations, HR people, they are not having direct variable. They might be having incentives, yearly incentives, half yearly incentives, quarterly incentives, based on their performance. They'll be given different tasks, so 10 tasks or 20 tasks. So again, that will also be buffered. So for example, last year you have achieved 10 tasks. This year you will be giving 15-20 tasks, and there may not be any basis for that, because company wants to grow, or a company wants to grow above that, more than competition, so they give this kind of target. So that is one of the major challenges nowadays I have seen. Sudden layoffs, obviously. Recently, I have heard a news. I think Cognizant is a company. They are laying 1 lakh people, more than 1 lakh people. So this is getting worse and worse. I'm not saying only in IT companies this happens, because you might be knowing, in IT companies they वो बोलते हैं ना bench पे, they keep a lot of people on benches. So just to get the international projects, they show their strength. They show that we are having this n number of employees working with us. They might not be having any work to do. Only 30% or 40% people must be working in the company. Maybe 50% or 20%, whatever the percent may be, they will only go to office, just be there for 8 hours and then come back. I have seen, I had a lot of colleagues and friends in Satyam as well. Satyam, you must be knowing, Satyam scam was there. So he used to go, he was based out of Hyderabad. He used to go early in the morning at 9. He used to come at 6 of 7. He used to do nothing for the entire day. He used to just go there, just browse the things, just go to the product catalogs, everything, but nothing on a work, nothing solid work on the project or something. So this is why the sudden layoffs are happening. There are a lot of companies which think that only way to increase the profit is laying off the people. This is the mindset. I think this is the wrong mindset that a lot of companies are having, specifically in India and internationally as well. If they see that profit is not, we are in this year, we are not making any profit, or we are making very less profit, then the best way or the easiest way is to lay off the people, fire the people. Simple as that. you know Instead of working on the balance sheet, instead of working on the projects, or the investments that they have done, investments in their offices, they can close on one office, for example. They can include that those employees in the other office. That can be one of the ways. I'm just giving you, just randomly one example. But if these are professionals who are working in the management, it is not like they are not having that IQ to think about different solutions. But the easiest solution is nowadays is to lay off the people. And as they say, they downsize. They don't downsize. They say nowadays, they say it is right sizing. We are right sizing the company. We had more people, now we have to fire them. Okay, so they say right sizing, not downsizing nowadays. Lack of time for relaxation. So because of this, what is happening? Because of the target structure or sudden layoff, you want to perform better and better, so you want to give more time in the office, right? Or in your job profile. So that is why you are getting less and less time for relaxation. Lack of time for self-care, social outing, hobbies. And please understand, as a human being, you need to have these things, or you need to have the time for these things: self-care, social outing, hobbies. They'll keep you in a best mental and physical state. Okay, so this is a supporting material, supporting things that you have to do to be in the best possible state of mind to perform your task, to perform your job. Stress on personal relationships. Obviously, I have also suffered this because of this, and I have because of stress, even my relationships suffered, and that is absolutely normal nowadays, right? So you have to focus on this. These are the major challenges, right? Lack of time for personal development. See, whenever you want to grow in your career, you need to invest your time, efforts, and money in your personal development. Because if you want to work in your boss, in the profile of your boss, then you need to have those additional qualities. You need to work on yourself. You need to develop yourself in that way. And for that, you need to, as we said, time. You need to offer that time. You need to offer that energy. You need to offer that money. But because of these challenges, there are a lot of people in the corporate nowadays. They are having no time for personal development. Lack of counseling. The major challenge is, you must be having some seniors who might be guiding you, but the proper counseling is not available. That's a major challenge to grow in your career. And current education system, lot of I have seen a lot of students who are getting passed out of MBA colleges, good MBA colleges, but we all know that current education system, they are more focused on creating clerks rather than the creative people, right? So the traditional organization, the traditional education system which was developed by Englishmen, right? England, education system came from England, right? So the education system was specifically focusing on creating clerks for their East India Company. Are you understanding? So the same education system we have been following up, and that is why, as I've said, personal development is really important. As we are now in industry 4.0, this is the fourth industrial revolution. We are talking about artificial intelligence, augmented reality, virtual reality, machine learning, and whatnot. These are the new technologies that are shaping the world. So we need to understand these things. We need to understand Bitcoin. We need to understand, there are a lot of new things that are coming up. We need to understand 3D printing. So these are the things. These are the new technologies which are driving the world now, and which will be driving the world for next 40, 50 years. So we need to invest in this kind of courses. Are you understanding? And that is the major challenge, that current education system is not focusing on this. See, Swami Vivekananda, we all know, right? So he has said that we want that education by which character is formed, strength of the mind is increased, intellect is expanded, and by which one can stand on one's own feet. So this is his views, right? He want to have that kind of education system. We need to build our character. We need to increase the strength of our mind. We need to expand that intellect so that we can think creatively. And this is the way we can stand on our own feet. And this is what Swami Vivekananda has said so many years before. And in this way only, this education system has to work. Or rather, if it is not happening, we have to take our chances, and we have to take our career in our own hands. We have to take our education in our own hand and enroll for these kind of courses that you have already enrolled, right? So think about your industry, think about your profile, what you will be doing after 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. Start working for those things now only, and this is the way you will be future ready. You will be making yourself future ready to face any kind of challenges because of these technological changes which are happening very rapidly, which are happening tremendously, I would say rapidly. There is a tremendous pace in these rapid changes. Okay, so I hope you have understood the point, and don't worry, with this course at least we'll be focusing on these specific matters. There is no one in the education system who is helping you to crack any interview to get that best paying job. They are just focused on completing the curriculum that has been designed. you know so, and I know because I have worked in academics as well. I have worked in corporate, so I understand that gap. I understand these challenges. I understand the gap between academia and industry, and that is a major challenge. So what I'm with this course, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to bridge that gap between academia and industry. Okay, I hope you are with me, and whatever challenges or whatever doubts that you are having, please write in the comment box below. I'll go through it and I'll definitely revert. Don't worry about it. You have invested your time, efforts, time, energy, and money to opt for this particular membership of our Super Success Career Hub, and I'll not let you down. Okay, I'll not leave you until you get that best paying and fulfilling job.